Hey, and welcome to the Energy Revolution. Today we are talking all about the power of self-affirmations and why they are not working for you. This is the show for those who want to create change in their own lives or the wider world. My name's Yvette Taylor and I am your host, and we will be talking all things energy, from the world of science to spirituality and the interconnected web of everything that is happening in our society, and more importantly, how we can change by understanding how to shift the energy in ourselves, our lives, our work, and the wider world using the power of EAM, the Energy Alignment Method. Now, if you're totally new to our community and I would love you to discover more about EAM, visit www.discoveream.com/pod. Now, this is no ordinary show. What you'll find here are the answers you've been searching for, and I know that there is a reason that you are listening to this today. So, what is it about the power of positive affirmations, powerful affirmations, and why do they not work for us in our lives? Well, with all that's happening in the world right now, we all need to find some more positivity. The use of powerful affirmations is just one way that we can do that. Now, if you've ever tried to use positive affirmations before and you want to transform the limitations in your subconscious, your negative thoughts, as well as our self-sabotaging patterns, then listen up, because this episode will tell you how to do that through the use of powerful, positive self-affirmation. We'll also understand the psychology of why they may not have worked for you before and how we can use them to make a difference to what is actually happening on the planet today. We'll also be diving into the 5 steps of EAM and how to use them as part of your daily routine and actually make daily affirmations work for you. And of course, I will show you how you can use affirmations to release those self-sabotaging limitations which stop the desires that we have in life from actually coming true for us too. Now, we actually have a really awesome download for you, which you can get by popping over to www.thedailyAffirmation.com/say-yes-to and get your hands on our 100 powerful daily affirmations. So, why on earth are positive affirmations even important to you? How many times a day do you find yourself reaching for those negative thoughts, just automatically reaching for the negative thoughts and negative emotions instead of choosing positive and self-affirming ones? You may do it every so often, but is it habitual? And guess what? The truth is, you are so not alone. So many people struggle with staying positive, even at the best of times, let alone with all the craziness of what's happening in the world right now. Positivity can feel a million miles away, and dealing with the day-to-day challenges life simply throws our way. If you've tried self-affirmations before and they didn't work for you, well, I want to share with you why that would be and tell you why by releasing the limitations in your energy field, which is exactly what you can do with EAM. Unless we do that, we actually stop these positive self-affirmations from working for us. So I want to share with you how to do this, because it's this stuff that is standing in the way of you making big changes in your life, in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, in your happiness, in your connection to yourself, in your intuition. Every single area of your life is held back by these invisible limitations that we hold in our energy. Now, the use of self-affirmations are really powerful, and very simply, they can increase your self-esteem and help you realize that you are, underline that, because you are worth every single thing that you desire. And I want to help you stop letting other people affect your energy and how you view yourself too. Now, there are probably three big challenges that we usually see when it comes to affirmations. The biggest being, we're never actually taught why positivity is even important. It's not something that gets drummed into us from childhood. It's not something that we get taught in school. In fact, it's very often the complete opposite. We often see people struggling to make affirmations work in their daily routine and also trying to figure out how to make them stick, and very often never even knowing where on earth you're supposed to start when putting them into practice. So let's get you in that place where you know how to start your day, how to create these positive affirmations, how to create your own mental and emotional bounce back, and to be able to use affirmations to change your thought processes. So the science of self-affirmations, let's put this into context of what's happening in the world right now, which actually will be another several episodes all on their own. But one of the things which is fascinating is actually how people will fall back into their self-integrity when their perception of themselves is threatened. Now, when self-integrity is threatened, according to the self-affirmation theory, people do not need to defensively rationalise or distort their reality. Instead, they can re-establish self-integrity through affirmations of alternative levels of self-worth unrelated to the provoking threat. Such self-affirmations, by fulfilling the need to protect self-integrity on the face of the threat, can enable people to deal with threatening events and information without resorting to defensive bias. Self-affirmations can take the form of reflections on important overarching values, such as relationships with friends and family, or on a prized skill. So that's a quote from an amazing study about self-affirmation theory. But I want you to think about this in a moment, just for yourself. Instead of, when you see someone posting something online, and I'm going to hold my hands up to this because sometimes I really have to catch myself. But instead of needing to find your feeling of being right and having self-integrity without becoming a keyboard warrior, instead of needing to get that sense of self-worth or justification for who we are and what we stand for and how we feel, instead, we can use the power of positive affirmation to give ourselves that little endorphin rush that we often get. You know, when you press send and you're like, I feel so smart. I feel so good because I know that everything I've just said has made me feel right and justified. You don't need to unleash that on anybody. Instead of unleashing our anger and frustration online, how about we stop and give ourselves a positive, affirmative language and intentions to ourselves instead. For example, I am a powerful person. I stand firm in my truth. I listen to my heart and communicate from a place of love. That feels like a much more empowering place to be than unleashing on poor Bob or Fred or Errol or Methel, whoever it is that you've unleashed on online. Now, there is also lots of empirical studies around the power of positive self-affirmations too, which have demonstrated that we can actually lower our stress levels and stop ourselves from mulling things over in our head for too long. Studies also showed that positive affirmations were linked to better academic and life achievement, and they have been shown to decrease health deteriorating stress levels, which is one of the things that we know EAM can empower you to do too. We are never taught that positivity is so important. Think about how much of our society as a whole, there is currently very, very little education about our mindset, our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions. We are never taught at school how to think more positively about ourselves. Rarely did our parents teach us or show us, because it was often a missing part of our entire society. Deliberate positivity is actually important. Deliberate positivity is actually important because our brain is unfortunately wired to fear. It is designed to look out for danger. What is negative, limited, or bad in order to protect us from potential threats in our health and well-being. And this is why it's so easy for us to pay attention to the bad news, to see the bad things that are happening in the world, to see the bad things in the thread, and why it's often so hard for many people to celebrate the positive things which are happening in their lives too. So what is the answer? We have to deliberately choose to rewire our brain, our attention, and our internal chatter in order to begin to shift our focus to see all of the positive things which are actually happening in the world. There are so many positive things going on if only we could switch our attention and see them. This is one of the reasons why EAM is so powerful. We can literally rewire our brain by deleting the old programming, changing our thoughts and emotions around a subject, which is what we do with step 4 of the process, and choosing to reinstate a new belief, thought, or emotion with step 5, which is where we recreate a powerful affirmation. How to add powerful daily affirmations into your routine and, most importantly, make them stick. How many times do you wake up, you snooze the alarm, you pick up your phone, and you start to consume your day from everyone else's input without giving yourself an opportunity to set your intention, your energy, and your direction? We often get led and end up at the end of the day feeling negative, let down, or tired because we've allowed the day to kind of carry us away instead of directing ourselves and our lives in any way, shape, or form. So what is the answer? Instead of making it some big thing where you need to be in silence and light a candle and meditate for 30 minutes, whilst I absolutely get it and I love all of those things, but the reality is when you have the kids jumping on you, the breakfast is burning, the dog is biting your toes, maybe they're just things that happen in my house, but the beautiful thing with EAM is that once you learn the 5 steps, you can use them on the go. So step 4 of EAM, you transform, we must release any resistance we feel. So you can do that wherever you are. You can do that while you're brushing your teeth. You can do that while you're boiling the kettle. You can do that while you're making breakfast. You can do that in between dressing the kids. You can do that whilst you're getting yourself dressed or in the shower. You can do EAM anywhere. There is no need to get yourself into a powerful meditative state, although you can definitely amplify those things by doing it. But with step 5, you then align yourself with the positive affirmations. This is how you can slip it into your daily routine and make it stick. Stick yourself a picture right above the kettle. We've got our amazing 100 daily affirmations download pack, and in there you've got 100 printable, downloadable, positive affirmations around 10 different areas of your life that you can stick up. So print them out, stick them up, and simply find a way of embodying these positive affirmations wherever you are and whatever you are doing. So we want you to set the intention for your day. I am ready to allow myself to stand strong, to open my mind, to think positively about everything, who I am and what I do. I choose to allow love, peace, and abundance into my life, and I spread it to everyone I meet. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. Just allowing yourself to repeat that statement out loud 3 times sets your energy in a completely different space for the day ahead. A really easy way to use powerful affirmations in your daily routine and make sure that they stick. Now, what most people never tell you before using affirmations. First, you have to release the resistance. The biggest reason why affirmations never work for people is because you already have contradictory thoughts, beliefs, emotions, patterns held in the energy field or the subconscious. Now, if you could actually see what was held in your subconscious, we would understand so clearly why affirmations alone don't work for us or as powerfully as they could. Think about it for a moment. If you hold a belief that you will forever be in debt, you focus on the lack of not having money, then you aim to install a new positive belief through the power of affirmations, you are literally working against yourself, what is already in your energy system. Now, this is why step 4, you transform, we do it before we do step 5. This is step 4 of the 5 steps of EAM. It's like clearing the space in your energy to remove the old stuff before we install the new through each of the 5 steps of EAM. Because what we're actually doing if we're trying to install a new belief first, we're literally blocking our ability to incorporate these self-affirmations, these positive self-affirmations into our life in a powerful way. It's important also to be specific. When we're creating or using affirmations, they're often very general. They're often really vague, or they give us a feeling of expansion and feeling better, which is great. However, they don't help us to do what they don't help us to do is to manifest things, to make them more real, to be more tangible in your everyday life. There is a difference between an affirmation and a manifestation. Please write that down, underline it. There is a difference between an affirmation and a manifestation. Now, whilst the two are often thought to be the same thing, think about it like this. The affirming is more like changing the words on a piece of paper, meaning your mind or your subconscious. Now, the process of manifesting is more like writing the book, the pictures, getting it published and turned into a physical book that's actually in your hands. Affirmations are just one piece of the puzzle, and I'm sure I'll share in another episode what the 5 pieces to actually manifesting anything really are. Affirmations is kind of just one aspect of what you can do. So affirmations are one piece of the puzzle, and if you really want to see your affirmations working for you, then you need to get more specific with them. What words in your book do you actually want to change? This is like going through as an editor. What words in your book do you actually want to change? By using the 5 steps of EAM, you can ask your sway, which is a method we apply for tapping into your subconscious. You can specifically use your sway to find the old belief, the old thought, or the old emotion. And B, you can actually use your sway to help you clarify exactly what words you should be using in your step 5 statement. So both of these help you to be specific, specifically find what's standing in the way, and specifically find the words that you actually want to use or embody in your step 5, in your manifesting or your affirming statement. So when you're tapping in, you're actually using the right words that will rewrite your whole book. This way, you literally rewrite your neurological programming and our energy field with powerful, positive, and specific statements which will empower you to create change far more easily. We need to follow the 5 steps of EAM in order. You see, EAM is all about the alignment, the affirming or the manifesting step. That's what all of the 5 steps are leading towards, step 5. And that is the step that we call the manifest step. It's what EAM is all about. Yet very often people just want to skip to step 5. That's what most people do when it comes to affirmations or manifesting. They're just going all in on doing the affirming piece. And we've just shared some of the reasons why that really doesn't work. We have to let go of the limitations first, and we have to be really specific what those limitations are and specific what it is that we want to manifest. Now, there is actually a process to transformation, and it is woven very neatly into the 5 steps of EAM, within the 5 steps of the process itself. We are shifting, changing, and transforming things in different ways that I don't have time to truly go into today, but there is a psychological reason behind each step and the order that they go in. And there's also an energetic reason behind each step and the order that they go in and why we do it. And you cannot skip the steps because you think that the issue might not be the problem, or it might be different to what you thought. What's actually held in your energy might be different to what you actually thought it might be. So let me just explain each of these 5 steps. If you skip step 1, you will miss the certainty of what you are working on being the right thing, because you'll miss getting the answers from your sway. So if you miss step 2, which is where we actually get the confirmation from your subconscious that we are working on the right thing. So if you miss out step 2, you don't really know that you're working on the right thing. You're just guessing. Your ego is telling you one little piece, or your consciousness is telling you one little piece of the puzzle, but we haven't actually asked your subconscious and looked at what's going on in your energy field. Now, if you skip step 3, you miss the conscious understanding and the specificity that you can get by asking the right questions of your subconscious or asking your sway. We have to understand what the resistance or what the negative thought or emotional belief is that's actually in our energy field to free up that space before we can start adding in that powerful technique of positive self-affirmations. Now, if we miss out step 4, you miss releasing the things which will actually prevent your affirmations from working and helping you to manifest. So even the words that we use for the 5 steps of EAM, the wording in the step 4 statement, I release this in all forms, refers to getting rid of these resistances. We've all experienced the effect of resistances all the time. Maybe, in fact, most often, never really knowing or understanding what they were. Now, if we miss step 5, the manifesting step and affirming step, this is where we get to put that powerful practice into place, using our energy, focusing through thought, tuning into our emotions and the feeling, and then using our words to do our step 5 statements so that they will actually work for us, specifically requesting specific things, specific emotions, specific experiences, specific outcomes, specific thoughts, beliefs. We are literally reprogramming whatever it is that we choose with our step 5. And all of this works because you spent an extra 2 or 3 minutes completing those first 4 steps before you rushed in to do the powerful affirmations. Now, here's another couple of things that are just important in terms of EAM when it comes to your affirmations. When you say your affirmations out loud, it actually creates what's known as a coherence in our energy field. By using EAM and affirming our positive intentions, we actually create like a prayer-like state, which puts us into this receptive flow state, one of the 3 states that we talk about with EAM. And it allows us to be open to receiving what it is that we ask for. So using the power of your voice with your affirmations, don't just think it, you need to speak it, because we're using our powerful heart energy. Which leads me nicely on to the next step. When we use the power of our voice with affirmations, we're literally commanding the whole of our energy field. And this amplifies your affirmations because sound travels, vibration travels, and that vibration allows your message to be felt in the energy field far, far further beyond. It's so much more powerful than just thinking it with your mind. Now, if you want to find out more, you can discover more about this for yourself with our amazing 100 Daily Affirmations pack. Simply visit www.thedailyaffirmation.com/say yes. Now, as always, in every show, I want to guide you through the 5 steps of EAM for yourself. So if it's safe for you to do so, assuming you're not driving or doing anything else that would render this not an appropriate time for you, I invite you just to close your eyes for me, sitting at the edge of your chair, or if you can, stand with your feet hips width apart, and I'm going to guide you through the 5 steps themselves. So step 1, I just want you to ask yourself out loud, am I holding resistances which would prevent my powerful affirmations from working for me? Step 2, your body is going to respond and you'll notice a movement either forwards or backwards. Forwards is usually a yes, backwards is usually a no. Step 3, you experience. Now feeling into that, just notice, are you feeling any tension? Are you feeling any tightness? Are you feeling any heaviness anywhere in your energy? Where are you feeling it in your energy? Does it feel like a sickiness on your chest, or a tightness in your throat, or a heaviness around your shoulders? So let's say you had a heaviness around your shoulders. You would now take what you've just learned at step 3 and embody this into your step 4 statement. So step 4 is called you transform, and this is where we're going to release that resistance that we've just discovered. So you would say something along the lines of this: I am ready to release this heaviness on my shoulders that feels as if it's preventing me from creating powerful affirmations. I release this from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I am ready to release all of these resistances that sit heavy on my shoulders, or wherever you're feeling this, that prevent my powerful affirmations from working for me. I release this from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I am ready to release this heaviness in my shoulders that prevents my powerful affirmations from working for me. I release this from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. Taking a nice deep breath in and out. Before we now lead into step 5. In step 5, I invite you to do standing with your feet hips width apart and your palms face up. Let me guide you through this. Step 5 is called you manifest, and this is now where we get to use our powerful affirmations. This is where we recreate the new thought, the new belief, or new emotion. So simply repeat out loud after me. I am ready to allow my heart, mind, and energy to be open to receive only powerful, life-affirming truths about myself and the world. I see the positivity in everything I do. I know that I am a strong and powerful person. I know that my mindset is my own to maintain. I allow beliefs, thoughts, and words which make me expand and grow into my life. I feel abundant in everything, every pattern, emotion, or experience. I allow this into my energy, in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. We're going to repeat that statement another 2 times. I am ready to allow my heart, mind, and energy to be open to receive Only powerful, life-affirming truths about myself and the world. I see the positivity in everything. I know that I am a strong and powerful person. I know that my mindset is my own to maintain. I allow my beliefs, thoughts, and words which expand and allow me to grow in life. I feel abundant in everything, every pattern, emotion, and experience. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I am ready to allow my heart, mind, and energy to be open, to receive only powerful, life-affirming truths about myself and the world. I see the positivity in everything I do. I know that I am a strong and powerful person. I know that my mindset is my own to maintain. I allow my beliefs, thoughts, and words which make me expand and grow into my life. I feel abundant in everything, every pattern, emotion, word, or experience. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. Nice deep breath in and out. Awesome. I would love, love, love to know wherever you're tuning in, watching, or listening to this, how you feel after that. You can go back, catch this again, press play, embody this powerful step 5 statement so that you are only open to receiving positive, life-affirming truths about yourself and the world around you. Make sure that you surround yourself with positive, empowering people who see and want the best for you. If there is one thing that you take away from today's show, let it be that you use EAM to change your energy before you use powerful positive affirmations. As well as doing EAM every day, make sure, like I said, that you go back and do that practice again. Remember, please remember this, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever is happening in the world, you have the power to shift and change it through your thoughts and energy at will. Simply affirm the power of your intention and values is the best way to be a life-affirming way shower on this planet. I would love to take the time to thank you for tuning in and listening to our show. My name's Yvette Taylor and I'm the host of The Energy Revolution. Remember, if you've loved this episode, then subscribe, or if you found that something's really resonated with you, remember to subscribe to the podcast and make sure that you have left, if you loved it, an amazing 5-star review, because we have so much more amazing interviews and solo casts coming for you very soon. Remember to register for our free training all about EAM if you're new to our world too on www.discoveream.com/pod. Follow us on all our socials. You'll find the links here. We're available on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, YouTube, and you'll find us under the Energy Alignment Method. And make sure that you get in touch. Just let us know what really spoke to you from today's episode too. That's everything I have to share with you today. Sending you huge amounts of love. Take care of yourself. I'll see you soon.